Good afternoon. Just before we get started, I just want to acknowledge that we are on the traditional territories of the ᓵdy귴 First Nation and the Ta'an Council. I want to say Masi Cho to the Tagish Kwan who have stewarded and looked after this land, this beautiful part of the world, since time immemorial. And it allows me, as a citizen, to enjoy my life here and work and play and recreate. And just want to say a big Masi Cho to them. My name is Leonard Linkleader. I'm originally from Inuvik in the Northwest Territories, although I call Whitehorse home. I've been here for almost 50 years now, so most of my life. I'm a member of the
Whitehorse, Yukon
First
me.
Nation. I'm a proud partner, father,
Tano
two
kaktigayoyok.
lovely daughters
Inuving
who are
mutal datang
leaders in their
ugalo
own
kihanitaba
fields
nitok.
within this community.
Whitehorse me.
And most importantly, I'm a grandfather now, so it's,
Ako ila 14 ni.
He's 5 years old and he tires me out, I tell you.
Укиуᖅтаᓅતુми. Tam na awladak to tautung neatabo unuk.
I'm thrilled to be hosting this year's
Kovehuk
ceremony,
to tam
which
na.
was
Ikayokon
last
nak
in
matagban
Whitehorse
ni.
in
Takwa
2024.
tuniyonek
This
ti
year,
yugit.
I'm joined by
Ilita
Union leader,
kayonek ti yugildo.
Kalani.
Thank you. Thank you. Danche ayanchi kluanman uye dachlawedi ayahat ᓵ귅táᓅ.
Tam na okawheng tungahak to tayo maniti.
My name is Kluani
Whitehorse
Adamek,
ni
and
iti
I'm a
yugit.
citizen of
Tekwa.
ᓵdy귴 First
Kaya
Nation.
kuyaw himayot
Also
amalutung
from
ahak
the
to ni
Dachlawedi
kitu mga ta
clan,
taba ni
and
Whitehorse
carry
mutat
my
tam na
great-great-great-grandmother's
okadlak ti
name,
yugo
ᓵ귅.
tuhayahi.
It is an honor to join Leonard. You may recognize his voice for those of us who are
Tam
from
na
here.
Leonard nipinga
But
ilita
certainly an
kayo
honor
kauyahi.
to join you, of course, this afternoon. Also want to share, Leonard's a grandpa, but I'm a mom now. So much has changed in the last 5 years. Thank you. And also an auntie to sweet baby Isa, if you turn your looks to the right. She's very cute over there. Yeah. So wanted to again thank, of course, the hosts. Thank all of you for coming, and those who are watching online. So from coast to coast, we are here today to celebrate Northern creativity and innovation. We are excited, of course, to be back here in Whitehorse, as Leonard mentioned, and with partners. So this week, as you know, the Arctic Indigenous Investment Conference is taking place, and so want to do a special acknowledgement to the Yukon First Nation Chamber of Commerce for, of course, partnering this year to host the award ceremony.
Takwa
I'd
katitik
like to now introduce
akikok
Elder
himayut
Shirley Frost
tamani
from the Vuntut
ukiuᖅtaᓅtuми
First Nation
halak
to
kawaya
kick
kanit
off in the evening.
kitu tuniyonak mga taon nuk tamani katingati yuta tunga hucharachi.
Masi Cho, thank you for allowing me to say the blessing for today's event.
Tam na okalaktok inna
Masi
tokak.
Cho, Kagwada.
Shirley Frost tunga hukti yok amalutuk kaya namat. Katingati
Grandmothers
tuwite
and
kini Whitehorse ni.
grandfathers, ancestors, and our precious angels, we give thanks today for joining us. Want to say Masi Cho, Gwynas Cheese Shonithan, for this beautiful day. The spring season is
Oyali ni arap tatana ublut siya tunga
here
yohi
now,
magmatamani
Creator.
di yuhi.
Time of new
Tawtakan nakakak tuhi
beginnings.
ang makakoyohi
The
himayuhi
light
oyali bugut.
returns. We hear the birds are returning. The swans.
O pano at mga utak palelak to
Grace.
utang akakmat.
Their teachers, all these that return to us every year.
Ili sa ilu ama ili ni akit siya ita mga utak himayut. Ili ni akit siya
We're very grateful
to tiglo.
to be here. Mother Earth, she's gently removing her beautiful cloak. It's a white cloak. It's her blanket. She's gently removing this cloak.
na to
She'll
ka hui
provide
gan
many
atok tu ni
gifts
ta ba ni
to
white
us, the
horse
people of the north.
kati chakanga ta inuit nanin meak kano taman na nuna nuna gayabot imak kano atayuk
We
mangat
know the
ta ba ni
sweet
nunangat ni white horse you can me kano ukaw hinga
all
atok
those
tugo tam na
beings that we
inna
pray,
tokak unikakaw yaktok
Creator, grandfathers, grandmothers. Please know that we haven't forgotten.
puigok himangit na pi anano atata chiengo yuhi anana chiengo
We
yuhi
still give thanks
itu yuhi ningyo
every day
yuhi ammalunu
of our
takkat
lives.
kawi manak puhi ikaw mayaw api
Crocuses will peek through soon. Beautiful purple is a
duha
healing
chiengin no pi
color.
tabang ayak
They'll be the first
tan
to
nanik
arrive
tawduk
here in the
kapiu
Arctic.
mameno galo ilan ikunok kaktagayang na matan na takayak takikihen itong hugitsi tako ubagut TV kut daw to anak ti chich yugitat kuninga ukayok taktumi halak haw hekanik УКИУᖅ14 kulil luhitamanig lutam na awlalak tok
Creator,
tabani
for
white
all
horse you
those
can me
blessings.
tam na dawduk tahi inna kayoyok inna
The
to kakayoyok
symphony of
sir pras
nature
ukadak tildu
we recognize is the most beautiful of sounds and scents that we get to enjoy. We live in these majestic homelands, the Arctic,
nuna bu piyuyok
and we
amalutung
take
anak ni
inspiration every day
namani
from
tugut
all that.
kuve hukluta
We
amalunik tuikluta
recognize and honor
nunap
the
tinig amalup
Kwamlindan and Ta'an
ukayok taktumi
peoples.
kanok inuit pek kuhingit ya atok pag
These are
mangapta
the homelands that we live in. We live, work, play, and pray here. Masicho.
tamani ukayok taktumi
To all the visitors,
ukayok taktumi
welcome and
luta
enjoy your
pingwa
visit.
paktugut amalutuk kaya
Good to
paslutalu
have you here. Take good
ajigi
care
ngatinik tamani aldanik
and
inungnik
safe
tamani
journey home. Bless your families.
atuaga kangit ni
Last
inuit
but not
kwa
least,
kuhingit itaw
Creator,
atok mata tamna unikakaw
we
yatuin
give a
naktok
big masicho
kanuliyok pag mga talita
for
kani white horse mi
huge
tunga hak ni ta kuninga kahit kuyo himayunik
Shonithan
takbunga
for our good health.
ukayok taktumi
We
halak kaw
recognize
haircut
that without that we are not
Ukiut
able to
14
give back and be of service
tamna
in
awla
our
laktok
communities
tabani
and
white
to
horse
our
you can me
nations and to the Arctic and her peoples. For this, we say, Masicho Kagwadat. Masi.
Thank you so much,
masi tamna
Elder
masi la yete
Frost,
makuyan na meko
for opening us up in a good way, of course, acknowledging the territories of which we're gathered, and also would
kuyan na
ask
meko
all
butcher
of us to
tamna
take a moment. While we are here tonight to acknowledge and to uplift and to celebrate the Arctic
tamani
Indigenous
kuveho tikakti yuta
Prize, it is
tamaw nga
also important to
ukayok
acknowledge
taktumi
that just
halak kaw
today,
haircut
just outside, there's a fire. People have been walking and gathering
inuite
and
matimaw nga kimayot
creating
hila mitema
together to draw awareness
takut
to
tangnak
the
la
Northern
he
Indigenous
ikwalak
living
tok tamna tunga hak
spirit
tiyo dai
to
kuninga tamaw nga
identify.
white horse
And
mi
so
tuni
wanted
inungni
to, of course, make sure that tonight we were holding space to acknowledge that today is the National Red Dress Day. And would
amma
ask
ta
if you
ublo
could
mitam
all
na
join
ublok
in
hatok
taking
tabo
a
May
moment of
5
silence to reflect
tekwa
on what
ikaw
it is
mayawyut
that the Spirit
adlait
today
inuit
brings, and also holding
ikaw
space
mayawyut
for what will come
ublo
later
may
this afternoon.
aw
So we'll
paluktok
join us in
tamna
taking a
ang
moment of
nangud
silence.
juti
Thank
dress
you.
ublorek magutaw
Thank you. We will now move into special opening remarks
Quiyanamig.
as part of our evening, and so would like to invite perhaps to stand at the first
Dako kay ko ne
beautiful panel that was
tweet.
made, and we'll share more about that later. First, would like to invite Chief Sean Smith of
Tam na
Kwanlun
hibud
Dun
da
First
pa
Nation,
tamaw nga kay
followed
ko
by Grand
yabut
Chief
Adelaide
Alitini
ang ayok
from the
nga
Council of
Chief
Yukon First
Smith.
Nations, and the Honorable Minister Jen Jamera, Minister of Economic Development, Tourism and Culture. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll turn it over to you, Chief Smith, for some opening reflections.
As well as Shirley for sharing the prayer. It's very important in terms of those important ceremonies, and this is a really important ceremony, and it's an honor to be here to welcome everyone to our traditional territory that we share with the Ta'an
Chief
Cochin,
Smith.
as well as the
Ukandak to ko yan na merto ni tam na inakayaw ya Shirley Frost to kela matunga hak to nilo. Amalu kove huktu tamani bata tamani kapira te kanit to nila tunga hukti tangi takoma Adelaide ang ayok nga tam na Chief Smith ukandak ti yugo to hayahe. 14 ilak tangan nila tamani укиуᖅтаᓅтуми.
In English, they call it white horse. So,
Tautuk
but the
tahi taba ni
traditional
white
name
horse mi
is
manna
Swallowman,
manna
and it's something
tautuk
that we
tahi.
want to bring back to the Miles Canyon, which is upriver about 3 kilometers. So, but it's an honor to be here to welcome everyone here. And on behalf of Chief Massey, she's not available. Chief Ruth
Tam na
Massey
mameno
from
wala Chief
Ta'an
Massey
Cochin.
tamani gun nangitmat.
Again, it's an honor to be here tonight, and look forward
Eh
to
nako
all
be
the
huktu nga
recipients and all the
tamani gun
performances.
nakama mali ilaw
Amazing
yung
show.
nakto nga tamani tako tumya ko nakti yugo.
Dunjay Ainji Medea Uye Kluan Man Kai J Kajat EJ. He's Wolf Clan, I'm Crow Clan. Medea Alatini, I am from Kluani First Nation, and I am currently serving as the Grand Chief of Council of Yukon First Nations and the AFN Yukon Regional Chief, and I think there's a few more hats there as well, but very honored to welcome you to, I believe this is the 14th Art to
Tam na
Inspiration
tunga ha
Prize.
titi yoktaw tamani Grand Chief no kataw ni white horse mi. Kove hukto tamani gun nakmat
I
ilaw
have
yung
to
nakto
give a
nilo.
shout out to Arnold and Seema who are here, who had
Arnold
the
and
vision
Seema
of
ko
the
yan na
North,
merto ni
by the
amma
North, for the North.
tautuk
And
tu
the
yak to
legacy that the
kanuit
Arctic
kanuit tu
Inspiration
gayak
Prize
mga
has
ta ko
created
katik
has been incredible.
Piyakak mga ta Arctic
CYFN
Inspiration
was the
lagaw
recipient
yok.
of a $1 million prize last year for our Babya Nasat program. And what that means is strong
Ang tam
babies.
na
And I was just sharing with Arnold how
$1
that
million
program
mo
has
ating
impacted
atalaw
families, and it
kimayok.
has been incredible to watch the growth of new babies coming in and knowing that they've got a
Ang malakaw
community
yamat tuta
surrounding
ko
them
venak
and
tuta
the
ta ko no
nurturing
takkan
support that that creates. So
nunangit
I've seen the impact
inu
of the
inu
Arctic
vadleyot
Inspiration Prize
tutakkat ami
across
huk
all
vak
our
matat
territories in the
nanilukta
North. And
inu
it is
vadleyakaw
incredible
yaktut
to witness,
tam
and
na ko
I'm
vegit tugo
excited tonight
tamani
to
tekwa
see the new
ilaw yung na
winners.
mata ama kitu
And
mat
I
kitu niya
want to do
mga
a
ta
plug because I'm not on the
halak
fundraising
kanektut
committee anymore, but this
ama
prize does
kino
not
yang nito katak
happen
kwiti yugo ilaw
without the
ngilek tungo
support
galo kiheni
of those who are donating in our
tekwa tunihit
territories.
taktut
So I want to give a
ikayong
big shout
ilakalwak
out
tunga
to
kini
all
tekwa
of the
tunihit taktu
donees
kino
who
yang ni
contribute
katak
to
kwi
these
unik
prizes.
tunihit taktu ko yan na mi larik tabut.
Shonithan, enjoy.
Thank you, and thank you for having me here today. It truly is an honor to stand here as the Minister of Tourism and Economic Development, Tourism and Culture. And my name's Jen, for those who don't know me. I'm a third-generation Yukoner, born and raising my kids here in the territory, and am incredibly honored and privileged to do that. So I'm a firm believer of the best solutions for our future come from people who live in the North. Decisions about the North
Pimaring mitam
should
na
be made by the
ukperi vara
North and
укиуᖅтаᓅતુми
by Northerners. The people who live
tam na
here,
tuniyo
work
nertok
here,
amalu
care
tamani
deeply about this place
piliriyut
and are best positioned
amanunalit
to shape our future.
amalu kanuin na mga taman na nunagiyabot amla tam na kano укиуᖅ타ᓅતુми halakhaw hekak tam na pimmarik mga
Northerners know what works in our communities, our
how yumayod
realities,
nunalit
and what lasting change
kano
looks
hunat
like.
piyarakak mga
By
ta
celebrating
amalo kano akik himak
and
mga ta
funding Northern teams with bold, community-driven ideas, the Arctic Inspiration Prize helps turn vision into action.
tam na
As
to kudak
Canada's
tikiyak to
largest
tam na kino
annual
yak
prize
tuni
of
yaw
its
na to
kind,
unuk
it
kano
gives investors
nunalingnut
the
hunamudlo
innovators,
atok tulak
the
mga
resources,
ta
the
nunangit ni
confidence, and
ugbalong ni
visibility they
nunat
need
chemi
to bring
tam na
meaningful
atu
initiatives
takak
to
na
life.
mat
It's truly
kino
by the
yak lua
North,
tuni yaw
for
na
the
to
North. Here in Yukon, we already have seen the impact this prize can bring.
tamani li
Last
yukan
year, $1
bitakulok
million
himanik tabut
was awarded to the
$1 million
Abya
akani
Natsaku
tuni yaw lok himak mali
or
akani
Strong Baby
tagbani
House. This
укиуᖅ타ᓅતુми
initiative supported,
halakhaw
as the
hek tunik
Chief has said,
2025
Yukon
ngutik
First
yugu
Nations and midwifery-led sexual reproductive health care while restoring traditional knowledge
ta
and
kuninga atu
practices
ta ka
that
ukak tangi
guide
ta kuninga tam na
us
1
in the
million
North.
tuni yaw
This
lok ta
work is
akani
essential.
atu
It is
lok
grounded in community, culture, and care, and it shows what is possible when Northern solutions are trusted and supported. This year, I'm equally excited to learn more about the inspiring lineups of these artists. Events like today are important because they bring people together across regions,
Ako ame hutamaw nga
generations, and disciplines.
katiyuk mata
They create
unuk
space
tam
for
na
collaboration,
atoktik
learning,
yugo
and
tawtung na
momentum.
kapiyo kito halak hanga
To
mga
all of
ta
the
ko vehok
finalists here today,
pangalutamani ito nga amalaking da pa mo ta ko
your
iliyut
ideas, creativity, and innovation
ko vegi ba
have already carried
tigit
you
amalo
this
kito halak
far.
hanga mga ta
I
kawin
hope
nang
you
naksuni
continue to think boldly, challenge
ihuma
assumptions,
chak tetwin nang
and
nakpo
push
he
beyond the
amalo
boundaries of what has
nok
been done
kangilu he
before,
taman na inuit
always in the
amalo
service
alle
of
nunangit ni
Northerners and Northern communities.
nunat chabot
Thank you for your
ilawani
leadership,
tam na
your vision,
atok taw
and your
nakti yugo
commitment to the North.
tam na kino yak
Thank
la
you very
tuni yaw
much.
nakto unuk ko yan na mimari
Thank you.
Masicho
Thank you so
Madnago.
much for welcoming us to Whitehorse
Kuyan
and the
na mir
traditional territories
papit
of
ang
Kwamlindang
malutako
First Nation
tamani
and the
tungahak to
White
Whitehorse muted alate ang
Thank
alate ang
you.
ayakangi.
And we also
Kuyan na
want
mig.
to acknowledge those who have helped put this on. So a
Amma
special
kuyan na mir
thank you
pabutako
to
kuyan na
Sam
mir
Fleming
pabuto
and Dan
tam na
Little and the whole
ayungi
Whitehorse-based
titchik
team at
mata
Ptarmigan
tamaw
Creative
tawtuk
for the
titchik yuta
videos
kuyan
and
na
the
mimari.
production that you'll see later this afternoon. I'd also like to thank Milena Sheldon for the incredible voiceover work. Milena is from
Amma
Days
malay na
Yukon
taw ikayul
and
luay
Van
law
Plinkett from
matabani
Teslin,
kuyan na
Yukon,
mir
where she currently
pabutaw.
resides and works. A big thank you to our friends at Aceman Brand Communication right here in Whitehorse for all of
Whitehorse
their
mi tu
beautiful
takwa
design
pilere
work that
yingi
you'll see
amma
here
takwa
tonight.
pilere
And to
lok tangi
Gunnar
tako
Jensen, who
na
created the
kimayute
beautiful
kumailoni
story that
iglor
you'll
yo
see here
tam
on
na
stage.
bani Whitehorse mi kuyan na mer pabuto ikayon na mata taman na piyoko tigo nuin nakti yugo укиуᖅ타ᓅતુми halak
We
how
also
haircut
want to thank Dalrumik, who is the designer of the beautiful regalia that you will see this evening. I'm wearing a piece. I'm very proudly wearing it,
amma
obviously.
tam na atok taka
I'm also
taka
styled
meut
with Heather Dixon earrings, so just wanted to point out the strong
mer
Indigenous
kholawk
women
tanga
who have
takwa
helped
takunya pa
put
hiubat siya ko
tonight together, and you will see the phenomenal regalia that has been made as it comes out on stage. So again, all of those outfits have been provided for tonight's performers, and also want to acknowledge to your left the stage. We have Glenn Gear,
betul
who is an
Glenn Gear
Indigenous queer
tamani
filmmaker and multidisciplinary
haumik nito
artist of
taku
mixed Inuit heritage, currently living in Montreal. He'll be
Montreal
creating a
mi utatam
unique
na
animation throughout the evening to
taku
be
ninga
revealed during the final performance. So
kanuin
from
niya mga tako
production to
tuniyo niya ti
animation to
yugit kingud da
creation,
pamin wit
that
siya
is
na mi
what the
takwa
Arctic Inspiration Prize is all about.
Yeah, we're in for an exciting evening, a feast for the
kuvenak
eyes.
tumit taman na
We
tawtung
invite
niya
you to
to
share
unuk
some of your favorite moments from tonight's ceremony on social media and share the stories of our amazing laureates
takwa
with the
kanuit
world.
mga taatagbo na
Use the hashtag
social media ko tagayak
#PoundArcticPrize
to
and
tahi
tag us using the handle
kanuit tu
@Arctic
mga
Inspiration
ta
Prize
Arctic
on
Inspiration
Instagram.
Prize укиуᖅтаᓅતુми kanuit
And with
mga
that,
Instagram
we're
ko
thrilled to
taktok
welcome our first performer of the evening to the stage. Roland Thomas Wolf is
takwa hibud da
Wolf Tom-
pamit
or
takunak
Ro-
tabut
My
Roland tamna
Roland Thomas is Wolf Clan.
Wolf Clan
He's
ngato
from the Liard First Nation and he lives in Whitehorse. He's
Whitehorse
16
miutak
years old.
16
And
укиоқартутаамна
he will be playing his original composition called Reconnection, about salmon
Tamna.
returning to their breeding grounds and homes. You're in
unikati yugo kanu utilaw mangata Roland 16 ukiulik takunak tabut tuhanak tabunila
Greenland. She lives in Canada
Amma
and is part of
tupanak
the
nuk
urban Inuit
miutak
community in Edmonton. The Barnack
Edmonton
will share her
miutatavani.
story of how she sees Inuit resilience, wealth, and wellness paired with
tako inu
Roland's
kanu
original composition.
pekko hi kanuit ni
Please welcome
tako unikati yugo tako tawto lang niyak tabut Roland amalu tupangnak tunga hugichi
Asasaka, Beningwaka, my dear daughters, I want to talk to you about wealth, not the kind they teach in schools, not the kind counted in numbers, stacked in accounts, hidden behind passwords, but the kind I am still learning. I think about the story of Iligamuk and his wife, hungry, walking far to visit those who had plenty. They were welcomed, but not truly cared for. They ate, but no one asked, "What will you bring home?" And so in the dark, they took a seal. They carried it across the land back to their people. Because hunger does not wait for permission. And no one said it was wrong. Because wealth back then was not about what you had. It was about what you gave. I think of our people, how you could see wealth not in bank accounts, but in ᓚᓏᓅᒃ, in the length of the beads, in the strength of the hunter, in the trades made, sealskin for what was needed. Wealth lived in relationship. And your anakre, Bilstad, your great-grandmother, she said she was the richest person in the world. Not because she had money, but because she had 3 children, 5 grandchildren, and 13 great-grandchildren. Can you imagine that kind of wealth? A wealth that grows in laughter, in stories, in hands held across generations. But today, we are taught something different, that wealth is individual, that it is measured, that it must grow, multiply, and compete. That success is how much you keep, not how much you give. And I will be honest with you. Sometimes I feel conflicted. Because money, this system, it came with the colonizers. And I have seen the harm it can bring. The scarcity, the separation, and the silence around struggle. Sometimes I want to reject it entirely. But I can't ignore this truth. If more people like us held wealth, the world would look so different. Kinder, more generous, and more connected. So I want to tell you something important. It is okay to want to be rich. It is okay to want abundance, to want ease, to want a life where you're not struggling. But remember this, wealth is not just what you keep. It is what flows through you, like breath, like the ocean, like the salmon running through their breeding grounds to home, like the giving of a seal to a hungry family. You cannot pour into others if you are empty. Even on an airplane, they tell you, put your own mask on first. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It is how you take care of your people. So build wealth, create it, claim it. But do not forget where you come from. Do not forget that true wealth is measured in relationships, in generosity, in community. That status is not in having, but in giving. That success is not in standing alone, but in rising together. My beautiful children, I dream of a future where both worlds meet, where we are abundant and generous, where we are wealthy and connected, where we remember who we are. We are not meant to hoard, we are meant to share. We are not meant to compete, we are meant to care. And in that, we will be the richest people in the world.
Hello, bonjour, Dungasawitsi Ilunasi. Last year, I was delighted to take part in the Arctic Inspiration Prize ceremony in person in Ottawa and to connect with your communities. While I join you virtually this year, I send my congratulations to all finalists with just as much pride and excitement. When people ask me to comment on the future of the Arctic, I often say that our home region's greatest strength lies in the ingenuity and resilience of its peoples. La plus grande force de l'Arctique, c'est l'innovation et la résilience de ses peuples. Innovators like you have always found solutions to make life better in Arctic communities by strengthening education and health services, making sure our Indigenous cultures and languages are not being eroded, by advancing Indigenous knowledge and scientific research and continuing ambitious environmental initiatives. Vous êtes des acteurs de changement. This winter, while attending the Arctic Winter Games in Whitehorse, I was once again reminded of what Northerners can achieve. That is why I am proud to tell the world the future of the Arctic belongs to the peoples of the Arctic. Félicitations, congratulations, Biyunasiakpusi.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for those inspiring words.
Koyan
Also
nemi
want to take a
pabutamna
moment to acknowledge
Kingi
Her Excellency
gaktuktinga
Mary
tana
Simon,
gabar
the
no General
first
Mary
Indigenous
Simon
Governor
ukandak
General,
tindugu to halok tahi
a internationally renowned and recognized Inuk, and certainly her leadership has inspired so many of us. So please join me in acknowledging Her Excellency.
Koyan nemi pabutamna waptit ni gakwichak but nunat
Yes,
inuinunangat ni
Masi
tana
Dear,
Mary Simon
4 great
Kingi
years of
gaktoyanga
service.
tana
And there's a lot of people to
Tau
thank.
tulok tahi.
Let's thank the folks who had the
Tako to
difficult
amihut
job of
tako
selecting this
koyan
year's
nemi
laureates. The
kakaptigu
AIP's regional selection committees for the Yukon, Northwest Territories, and
amihut
Inuit
tako
Nunavut.
inuit
They have
nunavak
had the hard
mitni
job of choosing the
Pingahut.
teams that best represent the
Abik
needs of
toksi
their
mayutigut
communities.
neruaklar
So
nyang
thank you
mikatimi
so much to
yagalat
all the
ammalu
members of the
tako
regional
kana
selection
talimamut
committees.
neruaklar nyang mikatimi yingi galangi takwa neruaklar laukut hoyan na meqabut
As we say. And it is the National Selection Committee that has the privilege and difficult job of selecting the
takwa
winners.
kana talimamut
This
neruaklar
year,
nyang
6
mikatimi
incredible
yagalat
teams will be
at
recognized as laureates
koroklutik
for a total of
kitu
over
niak mangata
$1.3 million.
akvinilit takwa
While we won't be celebrating
tunuyonek
the $1
yugit
million prize winner this year, there's still so much to look forward to, and so let's get started. Please
takwa
meet
pigyang
the
nelaraptigo tuyo
Arctic Inspiration Youth Prize laureates. Youth teams can win up to $100,000 to bring their project to life.
$100,000
And clearly,
putako
after you
harak
saw from
kakayakto
Roland, our
makuktuit.
future is very bright.
This
So
year, the
doon
Arctic
nakit
Inspiration
sikitunya
Prize
mangata.
is celebrating 4 incredible teams in the youth category, which awards teams up to $100,000.
$100,000 putako harak kaniluktut hitamang
NA
marit
Language Workshops,
makuktunut.
the stories we tell.
Dene
This
language
project
workshop
gives youth
takwa
and communities within the Daicho region of the Northwest Territories hands-on opportunities to gain camera and sound skills. Working together, along with elders or fluent language speakers, they
tako
will
nga inak
record
tukang
conversations,
nik
stories, simple greetings, and
o
statements.
kakatakaktudик ug
Youth will
balunit
also have the
kano
opportunity to participate
takwa
in
makuktutaban ni
documentaries
dene
or help
mute
record the language
kanu
sessions. The team will
kanu
create a
inuit
final
o
product
baluni
that will
adday
be shared
nunangat
with the
kanu
communities.
at nunangat ni inuhumit kanu ato
Earth,
katak
fire,
mangata
and flood.
nunat
Fires
nuna
and floods triggered by
amalut.
climate change have raged across northern lands in
Ikuala
recent years.
tukut lunit
Earth,
tamakwa
Fire, and Flood will enable 6 young northerners to turn a poetry and prose performance about this issue by
katik
Chesney
wiltutik
Wall and
kanunya
Arlen
mangat
Chawla into a museum exhibition.
kani
Through the
exhibition ngani
exhibition,
museum
Dene
takwa
elders and their families will describe the painful
ili
loss
hililakput
not only of their
amalo
homes
inna
and
tokang na
history,
ikayok
but of a
takaklutik
way of life that has
takwa
existed for
alate
centuries.
kanunya mangata
The
tamna
exhibit will be replicated online to
tamani
expand
dene
the
kun
program's reach.
nunalingitnik earth fire and flood
Chiku, Indigenous Tourism Collective. Chiku, Indigenous Tourism Collective, bridges the gap between traditional knowledge and modern tourism logistics. Based in Champaign and Ajax First Nations traditional territory, the youth-led project acts as a centralized booking
Takwa
and
do
logistics
makuktungi.
hub for local Indigenous operators. This allows
Alait
elders,
amalu
knowledge keepers, and our
amalu
citizens in
makuktungi
business to focus on
ikayok
cultural
tiki
teaching
tutik
and
kanui
start to
tu
show
mangata
language
idin
immersion.
nyati sigwakak ser tutik
Manages
ta
the
kuninga
digital
kanui
platform
mangata
and logistics. The objective
inna
is to
tokang na ikayok
transform
takak tutik
Indigenous tourism into a professional, sustainable career path while making language, culture, and land-based skills the center of a thriving local economy.
nunangani atok tutik hunani udin nyati na mangata takwa unikakto tanna
Arctic Drone Soccer Program.
Arctic
The
Drone
Arctic
Soccer
Drone
Program
Soccer Program is an Inuit-led youth initiative that uses drone soccer to introduce Inuit and Northern youth to STEM, aviation, and
Inuit
drone
takwa
technologies. The program
takutit
blends
kano
hands-on
atokayak
learning,
mangat
teamwork, and friendly competition
ma
to
kano
spark
piliri
curiosity
katikiyug
while
dua
building
mangata
practical, future-oriented skills.
tamna atok tugu soccer
Participants engage in workshops where they learn to build,
Ilin
code,
nyati si
repair, and safely operate
idin
drones
nyati tawak
while
tutik kano
competing in
taman na
drone soccer
ilit sa
matches.
tulo mangat amala kano
This
katit
fosters
tutik
technical
kanui
proficiency,
tulo
but
mangat
also confidence, creativity, collaboration, and problem solving. The program
amma
aims to
kano
inspire continued
takwa
engagement in education
ikayok
and
tigi tutik
cultivate the
akik
next generation
tulo
of
mangata
Inuit-led
ilin nyati
innovation.
si katit tutik takwa kanui tu gayak mangata soccer me pijutakak tutik takwa nuit silaw kutaw takwa hitamat makuktut tak punga kingun lakpamot tuniyaw naktut
Aren't they impressive? We are pleased to have joining us on stage to help present the first Youth Prize, Deputy Mayor Ann Midler.
Dama Deputy Mayor Riyangat.
She's representing the city of Whitehorse, along with Jason Payne,
Whitehorse,
representing TD Bank, both representing
TD Bank, Mingak,
AIP
Nito
Prize
Tamna.
partners.
Tamna tuni
And
yona
the
to yung
prize
ukyok tak tuni
goes
halak
to
ko gayak tu.
Dene Language
Inona mangat.
Workshop, the stories we tell.
Tamna tuni yo Dene Language Workshop. Unik ka kabutakwa.
Dene Language Workshops, the stories we tell, receives this beautiful art piece by Julia Anderson.
Julia Anderson
And we
tamna.
would like to invite the team
Handang walok tanga
to say a
tamna.
few words.
Nunat sebut biutak Julia Anderson.
Masi Cho for this beautiful land that
Koyan
we're
nem-
on and for
Manit naptama Whitehorse na
recognizing
koyan
this
na milk
project
bubut.
from the AIP. Masi Cho to Lois. She
Ama
is
koyan na may
Amanda and
Lois.
my role model, and we wish she could be
Ama
here.
tamna
but
upigi
we
baka
thought we'll
tamaning
be with her
makiheni koyan na
soon.
baka.
Also, a big Masi Cho to Margaret Tom and Teresa Bonarouge and to the NWT.
Margaret and
Lucy.
Teresa koyan na
So
may
proud of
kabuto.
Ananda. I met her when she was just a little girl and I
Nutaka
was teaching
nanguti
in
yugutam
Deva,
na.
and now she's here.
Tabane katigiyat ko. Tamanigum na mailin na palaw takatam na.
We just
Tamanigum na
want to thank a few
makuktot
of our
na.
mentors who helped us. So Rachel,
Koyan na may
Vanderveen, and
kumayut.
as mentioned, Lois Phillips for being amazing role models. To
Koyan na
my
may
mentors
natam
are
na.
Gregory Coys, Harvey LaRock, Ingo Liu, Mary Fremore, and
Taba
all of our
at
family
tinga
and
okak
friends for
pangita
supporting
ko
us.
ikayulaw matatamaw nga kung
In
na
closing,
matatamani ko na
as
mata.
young Dene, we're excited, passionate, and grateful to begin this opportunity, and we're really excited to work with our communities. We, the Northern people, we control our narratives. Masicho.
Koyan na may kutam na tuniyaw matayla.
Thank you.
Dene
And again,
takwa.
you can continue that big round of applause for the Dene language workshops, the Stories We Tell team.
Takwa, the stories we tell. Himayo tako unikakut.
Thank you. You take that big check. Thank you again. And so exciting seeing all of these fantastic projects receive support tonight. Now, I would like to ask Gina Nagano, Arctic Inspiration Prize laureate and Regional Selection Committee member, joined by Conrad Brown, the president and CEO of Dakwakata Capital Investments and AIP co-owner, to present the award to our second Youth Prize winner, Earth, Fire, and Floods.
Earth, Fire, and Floods takwa to. Tuniyo nelak mayo kino yakwa may taman ʻukiauᖅtaᖅતુmי halakaw haircut. Takwa tuklereyo yut. Takwa tuniyo nelarabut tawpang nakpahit. Ayung wikuniyo takwa makuktut nat.
Beautiful. Earth, Fire, and Flood will be receiving this beautiful piece titled Nanuk Irak Haumarek. We would like to invite the team to now say a few words, and of course on the screen you will see that beautiful piece. We'll turn it over to you.
My name is Shazne. I'm Dene Soklane from Klulikwe. Let me catch my breath. In the Detro region of Denende. Over the last decade, our communities have experienced an increase in fires and floods across our communities due to climate change. When I was 14, I witnessed a wildfire for the first time in my life. The sky had a haunting orange hue that did not let any blue escape, and the smoke was so thick we could barely see in front of us as we walked. I thought that I would tell this story to my grandchildren and that they would struggle to believe them. But these stories are becoming more and more common, and a fear that I share with members of my own community is that these will no longer be teachings that we pass down to our grandchildren to warn them. Eventually, this will become their everyday reality. In 2023, I remember watching a fire across the Detro River, and all I could think about was the stories passed down to me by my own elders. I remember them talking about herds of caribou that could feed our entire communities, the rivers abundant with fish, and bushes and berries full enough to feed all of our families. It's the stories of the land that feed our spirits, that keep us energized even while we witness the land hurting from the abuse of exploitation and extraction. As Northern Indigenous youth, we have experienced firsthand what it means when climate change directly impacts the relationship that we have with our own lands, cultures, and communities. Also, we have experienced how stories are some of the most powerful forms of medicine to keep us going. For our project, we'll be gathering stories to pass on to the next generation to re-energize them in our work to protect the land, to remember that at the heart of our cultures, communities, practices, ways of life is the land. We would like to say masicho to the AIP for supporting us to continue telling our stories, and we would also like to say masicho to our elders, knowledge keepers, and relatives back home that have passed their stories down to us. Stories are the heart of everything that we're doing, and that keep us going, keep us remembering the importance of our love for the land. Masicho.
Tamanna kuvegi kaptigu nuna pitutigitu kanorlu kuvegi mangatigu amma kano atu ayak mangat nuna but.
Let's hear it for Earth, Fire, and Flood. Thank you.
Makuktunila takwa tuglagayaw tautu yagahi.
Now, joining us on stage to present the award to our third Youth Prize winner are the Honorable, my neighbor, Adeline Weber.
Ramna lipinga yung ngatnik halak ʻauᖅtaᖅતુmik.
And
Taikoy nalak miya batu ni hinati igu.
and the Honorable Brendan Hanley,
Brendan
MD
Hanley.
Econ and Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Northern and Arctic Affairs, as well as AIP Ambassador Nominator. And the next winner is ᓵᓚᖃауᓅ Indigenous Tourism Collective.
ᓵᓚᖃауᓅ takwa pingayugayoyut Indigenous nunendemi dauduk tugaan oranga yukan mi to nakle takwa pingayugayoyut. Kinoya karyo yarne tuniyo tamata takwa
He's lucky I handed that over. I've been saying all day, I can't wait to hold that big check.
Ubluluk tayo tanat
Dana
ukalaw ka mate tanat sigumi ako alam na kung kinoya karyo.
Ainji matsa sanama uye agunda iche dakwa kara dan kocha niche ayedo ninje inda sidla shun and ainji shokotan de jao diiti yakanzin.
Ukaw hingan ni tamna ukandaktit yuguto hayahi.
My name is Kwancha Uye, Agunda Iche, and Dakwakara Uninje. To me, ᓵᓚᖃауᓅ means building a home for the next generation. It is a place where we can gather to bead, work on skins, and practice our songs and dances.
Kanol de tamna tukakak mga ukakwalak to nga kanob. Ato taka kanok taman de tukakak mga ilagay tigut hihilarin lo kay yugapta amalo kano taman na atok pa mga tigo unika tuin na tuit uvehul lagi tugut taman ni gunakapta tamna hanayanganik atsangata atoktok tamna atulaw kimagmago tamna atsangata halak hakit yugut taba unduk tao atok para
the traveling shawl. I feel like it has a lot of luck, but really grateful to be standing here today. And I think we owe a lot of what we're
kuyan nami
doing
larik tutamani gunak mga ata
to our community, to our families, to our language and culture.
Ito takal larik na matam na kinaw ya idap tinut amma nunalakalap tinut kanwilong nanu atong na mga ato nalunang itok.
Focusing on Indigenous tourism and bringing back our people to the forefront and ensuring that when we have visitors come to this territory that they get to experience who we are as people from
Kitu
our people.
mga apta inuit ubap tu nunanip tu ublalukka ngata kawya manak mata kanuit kano inuhyak mga apta takwa akkorol tanuit sinilung na aktugut magun ango yak tugut kene akbenili ugalwak tugut
hands up to my team as well at ᓵᓚᖃауᓅ and ᓵᓚᖃауᓅ means one house, and so that's exactly what we're trying to do is create a place where
iglu
you can come and it
mitukilitana
feels like one home where we're all connected and we're all able to gather together and share our language,
ikayok
culture
tigiga
with
yakap
visitors, but
tatag
also
bani
with our
iglu
community
ilawani
and our
ataw
people.
hingok luta ikayok tigilok tatamna tukilik
AIP and to our community and to our elders and our family.
koyan na may
Possible for us to
ilabot
stand here.
inna
Shonitan.
tukakput nutakalo koyan na may marik.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention that ᓵᓚᖃауᓅ receives a beautiful piece of art from ulayu.
Takwa to tuniyo na to ulayu titaraw lauganginik nunabik miuta.
Photos out here are being taken. Of course, please join me again in a huge congratulations to ᓵᓚᖃауᓅ.
Da adilelo ko ti yugutakwa makwa kuvegilok milabut halak kakut. ᓵᓚᖃауᓅ takwa makuktuit.
Exciting moments for these projects driven for and
Ako vena larik tu nalunang ito takwa tawtog ti yugutakwa itamamari tuniyo na ti yugit.
Now joining us on stage to present the final Youth Prize Award are
Nakingilak pa ni makuktunut na tunihinelak miyok.
and Naomi Padlock.
Naomi
And
Padlock.
also want to acknowledge Naomi is the Acting Deputy Minister of Environment for the Government of Nunavut. And so pleased to announce the final winner for the Arctic Inspiration
Tamna
Prize
kingul
newest
pa may makuktunit
category
hitamagiyoyo.
is the Arctic Drone Soccer Program.
Soccer program tuniyaw katoyo. Pingwano mixano atok tutita ko halak kakut soccer tamna akhang mi atok tutik tukileok tutik na ko hitamagiyoyo tak batak
And
pa nga
so,
pihuk paleyo.
the Arctic Drone Program, what a team. We just slowly make our way to our right. The team,
Kuvena
of course,
kunitako.
is here. Some beautiful photos to be taken. Also want to share that the Arctic Drone Soccer Program is receiving a beautiful piece that you'll see on the screen by Sheila Tolton, titled
Sheila Tolton.
Reflection in Running Waters.
Sheila Tolton
If you're on
tamna
stage,
you can't mute that.
take a little peek there.
Titeraw yak tanga
But
tuniyaw na
again,
yutako halak
congratulations,
kakut
and we'll now
hitamagiyoyo.
turn it over to the team to share your reflections tonight.
Tana lokal nelak to.
Ay,
Ay, inukatingi ko.
Inuit, hi white people. My name is Felix, and this is my team. Round of applause for the team who made it all the way here.
Takwa kuvegiyo le tamaunga unga hitumut tamaunga kon nakopta takwa.
We have Asiva,
Ilaka
we have
Asiva
Inulu,
go.
Aida, Natasha, who just landed at 2:15. Aida,
Natasha tikisatya
Noah,
tikisatya.
and Maggie.
Mama Maggie tagan takwa.
We'd like to just take a moment to thank the AIP for allowing us to be here and to make this project possible. And we also brought our youth delegate, Asiva, who's also going to share a word with everyone here.
Tana
Asiva, please.
makuktok Asiva tamaunga ukallag na makuktok tamna naksaktamut.
Ay,
Ay, inukatingago.
My name is Asivak. I'm from SSădăluit. I just want to say thank you for having me, and huge thanks to the Arctic Inspiration Prize. That's all I have to say because I don't know what to say.
Have
a nice day, everyone.
Asiva's here. He's supposed to be in his exam season. We didn't know that before we invited him, so hopefully. And Asiva,
Kau malong gitu kita aku titara kalau ilin nerving mi kihen kau malong in update tamaunga.
are up there watching you, and they're really, really, really proud of you. Round of applause for Asiva.
Tamna atata siyang alo say ko daw tuk matakulani kau makoya tamna Asiva makuktukulu. Ilin nerving mi tako nga kingon da pak luni titara kalau tu kalau kau malong matakihen tamani guna makove gibamu.
I myself love playing soccer. And
Vangat daw, na Leonard daw, kove hukto sa ko kove giyuk ma guk daw.
Congratulations.
Koyan na mita ko hitamat tuniyoyut, makukto nila. Kinoya kalyo yamiteke na koyak tok ta ko hitamagiyoyut tuniyoyut. Unnuk.
Congratulations.
Harima give up
Time for some entertainment. I'm delighted to welcome to the stage our second performance of the evening. Johnny Yani Maruk Saunders is Inuk from Kuujjuaq. He went from singing in his living room to singing on stage. Stories through song.
Johnny Saunders ingatildu uvagu ngani ta kuninga ay himatuni idinna palawk to ingminik ano litam na to halok milabut Johnny Saunders.
Nakokmik, hey, nakokmi makialok. Words that are worth repeating. Our ancestors brought us this far, so let us continue. Kayus tsaka so hatalang awakut. ᓄᓅᓅ 알레이아가니 ᓵᓚᖃауշæ 아마유 ᓪ유시붕아 이카마낙두 안니낙두 안니낙두 이브딜루딜루 From the foothills of the mountains, let me climb. And from the tops of the mountains, we will fly. ᓵᓚᖃау시അᓅ.
Amlali Johnny Saunders ingyat tildugut hagane haftahi. Tuhang nikuni.
Thank you.
Merci.
Thank you, ᓵᓚᓃauշæ, for your performance and for sharing your voice with us. Such a special part of tonight is the music and the creation and the performance. And so again, really encourage you to share your experience through your social media or however you may be doing on your grandma Google phone. But do encourage you to share your experience tonight.
Just a reminder that everyone's wearing ᓵᓚᓃauշæ's creations, except myself, I guess.
Yeah, you've got a special piece on though.
Yes, my brother, Joe's vest.
So we have heard and seen and listened to a number of beautiful stories, and we are about to hear another. I'd like to welcome Diane Strand, former chief of Champagne-Asia, current mayor of Haynes Junction and member of the Yukon Selection Committee. Diane is also team lead for the ᓵᓚᖃauቍ project, and she is here to tell us about that impact, as it's been 2 years since 4 years. Time flies. 4 years since becoming an AIP laureate. So turning it over to you.
Thank you. Danje ganzanu shokotham. Ikha uye jetije dakwakada ije. Okay, I have to say this. Can you guys not feel that energy in your belly? Can you not feel that, like this hype, I believe that the AIP has the best party ever for the North. Do they not? I remember 4 years ago sitting in the audience in Ottawa, and me and my team members, we were so excited, and all of that hype, and then it didn't stop. We got on the airplane and we were tracking that big plane. People were asking us, he won like $1 million, and like the huge jackpot, and we're like, yes, we did. We were so excited. So as Connie had mentioned, I am the executive director for Shipfameshika on the land program, and we won the prize of $500,000 4 years ago for our recovery
4 years ago, $500,000.
opportunity for people
$500,000 mihala kalau kemak
coming
matatam na
out
unikato.
of treatment, or they've had an idea that they really do need to stop any substance use that they're having.
Hanak kau herelak tangata ko ayulik kemayok kino galok pat ikayok to yakelit na kanui lawayak mangat takwa ay balde yugit ayulik kemayo hunamyamot ikayok to yakelit tanda kino yak atoke atulila pabut amalu ikayok nakatsak to ni takuninga no katiptinik.
Very, very proud. We have our art display sitting on and we tell them the story of how what that art display
Kanuilo
is
mga
for
halakalok
and
mga
why,
tatako unikar bagi
why
yuyab
they are
inuit
sitting there
kanorlo
is because of
halakalok
Arctic
mga ta
Inspiration
holo
Prize.
taken ikibalok mga ta
We started
kano
off very
ilong
small,
mga halakakti yuta
just in the
ukiut
back
hitamat
alley
tamna
of Council of Yukon
puigo
First
lang
Nations. We
itatapom.
partnered with them, and we started in their little room, and one of the biggest pieces is ceremony. So we had our firekeeper with her tent out in the back alley.
Tako tupiloke amma ikaw datichi yaka tako atulaw go boteka ni ika kulung ni ika gayang migila kanuin na mga ta kanorlo tamanda aki korna mga aptigo tamang wakati nata okay huta mawti yugutan unika raw yaktok ano halak kalaw kimak mga tali.
That's us. And we've had several people stop
Takwa
and ask, what's going on? We've got this fireball going,
huyunu
and
ko
it's like,
takwa
we're
puyok
doing
titi
ceremony.
kanuilok mga ta no ba
Has
aki
been such
kuilok ti
an
yuta.
important piece of this program, to be able to have, before the participants start and when they end, they
Tabo
go
nga
into
nuek
ceremony
kartit
with the firekeeper
kanorlo
and the
nuek
ceremonialist.
kartit nata
And then they go
kanuilaw
in
kaya
and
mga
learn
tay
a little
katit
bit
luta.
about how they can learn more tools for them so that they can keep on
Amalo
going
kano
within their
ilinya
society.
kanya kayak mga ta
We
tamakungninga
also,
loka
the other
atulo
big piece
kimayugo.
is being out on the land.
Amma
And
tam na
as
ang
we
nakpa
speak right now, we have a huge group
nunami
at
niyang
Clutchu.
mik.
We've been to James Allen's camp, McClintock Bay. We've gone all over. We've taken the participants everywhere. There's a group of participants that are coming back from Clutchu, and they're absolutely thrilled of spending 5 days out there, out on the
Tako
land, with elders,
nunamo katigit
with
talaw kimayubot amata ko makuto utang nelek miyut.
that we're able to bring in to
Tabo nga
have what we call a deep dive,
nunami
to do some
lutik
really good
kano
healing
ilinyatit
work
siga yak
with them
mga ta
over that
amalo
period,
kano
over the
ikayok tu
period of 5
luwak mga
days.
ta ikayok to
So
yakeli takwa
I can't say
unika
enough
takwa
how much
atulo
Arctic
kimayanga
Inspiration
amalo
Prize has
kano ilaw
helped us.
mga
They've
kano
we've been able to leverage this. Like I said, we partnered with CYFA.
halak
We were
nga
able
ta
to get
kano
some
ikpingnak
funding from the
mga
Yukon government,
amma kano
and we've
takwa
gotten some funding
kano
from, thank you very much.
nakikino yak nik
Brendan Hamlin,
tuniyok talok
from
mga ata.
the Government of Canada also to keep us going. And it is something, I really, really want anybody that has had any inkling. I mean, you're sitting around a fire, right? You're sitting around a fire, or you're, on a boat going down
Unik
a road.
karaw yak tako nataan makanilok mga ata. Kano igayak mga or kano ugbadun ni kano inuit ikibo yak to take ni coffee shop ugbadun ni ikadaki yutit amma niya ihumaliok ti yutit tam na kanuin na yak mga imaka kanuin na yak pa taman na nuit kuptigo.
Whatever it may be, put your application in. Keep putting your application in. We tried several times, and we kept putting our application in, and we finally won. And
Makuwertas to ungatani dun uktok himayugot ate uktok taritsi tamaunga укиуᖅтаᓅતુми halak how hernig ate uktok taritsi.
Thank you.
Tana ukadlagti jigut haga halak halak manyang minigila.
And with some great messages there, not least of which is just be human.
Ina tana ukatsak tok ate nagdigit
So let's take a moment to recognize
nagdigit
the AIP's ambassadors,
takta
nominators from coast to
amatakwa
coast to coast. These are the
itunelak
people
may
who
mga ata
champion and mentor teams
укиуᖅтаᓅતુми halak how kaya
nominate them
kanik.
for the Arctic Inspiration Prize. Let's give all the ambassadors in the room a big round of applause.
Tako ambassadors kayaw tamong ate kuvegi labut.
Next, we're going to move to the second category of the Arctic
Tuglingan
Inspiration
tako
Prize, the AIP category for Northern-led projects with a prize amount of up to $500,000. Let's have a look at those videos and learn more about the winners.
Takwa tagayang nelak may $500,000 mo takwa da uktok tut kitunya mangata.
This year, the Arctic Inspiration Prize is celebrating 2 winners in the AIP category, which awards programs up to $500,000.
$500,000 mo kinoyang mig halakha nilu
in the schools.
Southern Lakes Caribou ilinabing mi.
Lakes Caribou in the Schools program is a locally developed K-12 initiative that connects students
Tako
with
ilinatun ilinelehanok amalu
stewardship.
grade 12 mo tako
This project
tikitlugit
will mark the launch
ilinati
of a
tiyo
new,
tuktuy
free
mikano.
and facilitated program for educators and learners throughout the Southern Lakes
ilinati
region.
tiyo nuk amalu
Through
makuktunut
classroom
tako
learning and
ilinati
time
tiyo
on the
baktu.
land, students will deepen their
Nunamil
relationship
tutik
with
ilinati
Southern Lakes
titakto
Caribou.
tako inna tokang
The project team
napikatakakto
will coordinate
titako mga
program
mikano
delivery, support
tuktu
educators,
mikano
engage
nila.
elders and community partners, develop learning resources, and work with an advisory group
Kano
to secure
ilinyakan niya kayak
sustainable
mga
funding to
ta
embed caribou education into Southern
tuktu
Lakes
mikano
schools
nila
for years to
ilinati
come.
tiyo baktutik amalu kanok akikimanayak mga
The land remembers us. Intergenerational camps
nuno
for healing
ikaw
and strength.
mabatigut.
The Land Remembers Us is a Northern-led
Nuno
initiative
ikaw
that brings
mabatigut.
survivors of Indian residential and day schools together with families,
Amatako ilinya
elders, youth,
yak talaw kimayo
artists, and
makuktunik
wellness workers to
amado
intergenerational on the
makuktunik
land
inna
camps in the
tokangnik
Northwest Territories. Each camp will be
nunamig Northwest
co-hosted
Territories
with local indigenous
mutanik
partners and will focus on healing, cultural renewal,
ilinya
and
yak talaw
strengthening
kimayunik
relationships to the
nila
land.
amihut
Youth will learn directly from survivors and
takwa
elders,
makuktunuk
gaining hands-on experience in living
ikayo
off the land,
takayak tok tukihit chalo tiklo kanu na yak mga nunamigil dugut ubalo ni
The Land
katil
Remembers
dute
Us
nunalakalangit
creates new spaces
amma
for
takwa
survivors and families
nunaw
to heal
ikaw
together,
mabatigut.
guided by indigenous knowledge and northern expertise and creativity.
Tako ila daw tukto hitamani White Horse mi man na daw tukto yut. Ako ali $500,000 mik. Halak kang nedukto kitunya mga tatu halak bitigo
Programs. We are pleased to have joining us on stage to help present the award to our first AIP category laureate, AIP Region Manager and Trustee Peggy Day, and the Honorable Brian Kunu, Nunavut Minister of Culture and Heritage. And the first winner is The Land Remembers Us. intergenerational camps for
Tani
healing and
hubud
strength.
pami tuniyaw na $500,000 mit. Nunob ikaumabati gud the land remembers us. For Northwest Territories, Mutau quote.
The land remembers us, intergenerational camps for healing and strength. They received this incredible piece by Brandon Lane.
Brandon Lane.
And
Dana.
yeah.
Tuniyaw na mayo.
Invite you to
Nunat
speak.
sebut mi dana. Nunat sebut mi titiraw tuniyaw na mayo dakunin.
Thank you. On
Kuya
behalf of the
Namigo.
Land Remembers Us team, we are deeply honored to accept this Arctic Inspiration Prize. This project exists because of the courage, leadership, and vision of residential school survivors, intergenerational survivors, elders, youth, and northern communities who continue to show us what healing, resurgence, and cultural revitalization can look like.
Ano ikayok tulak mga tigu ninamo katerat talugit ilinera talaw si mayut amma kano takwa ikayong nakap mga ta kuno nga Arctic Inspiration kuno takwa ila katawti yugit kovege ya tutakwa ko yan namek tagikitu mga ta okaktengi
all of the communities and organizations who have believed in this work. This project
amaluuk pirayaw lawak tatam na akkorok ti yuta akikilawak tigu idagi tigut tabani kove hukpugut kuyan na mimaki.
Shori Crystal Gale Fraser Vilji, uvektahat Dechan Chogenjik Gwitsat Gwitchia Gwitchin Ithli.
Gwitchin mi
It is
utatam na
also Red Dress Day. We want to honor missing and
ublumitaw
murdered
tam na
Indigenous
ublumi
women
aw paluktume
and girls
ang
and
nangudjumi ublerik magu
Two-Spirit people
tamalu
and all of the
ikaw
families and
mawutakwa
communities that carry the grief, but also the strength and the responsibility. Our work here and in this room really addresses healing and cultural resurgence,
tam na mamihan
which
na mitam na
includes justice,
atorap
safety,
tigu
accountability, and
kawi
care.
manak pohi.
This prize is transformational for our communities and for this work. It will support
Tam na
intergenerational on the land
ikayo
learning camps,
nakaluwabing nga mata amado
language,
nunamo
cultural
katigit talugit
revitalization,
ukawhip tinik
recreation, and
amma
opportunities for survivors and
pingwanik kut
families to
amalutakwa
reconnect with
ikayok
each other,
tigilugit
but also with the land.
ilagid atawhiw katigin
So
yang
the
mut
North has
te
always
ko
held
ilinara
knowledge,
dalak
strength,
mayut
and solutions.
ilang
And
illo
this recognition reminds us that Northern Indigenous-led work matters, not only in the North,
Tan na
but
pimari
across
mat
the country. Hi,
nuna
Cho, thank you for
tamani
believing
nuna
in our
inuan
vision
ubalunan
and
na
those
niluk
who
dal
carry it.
chatam na atong nakakmakawya manak po kuya na mimarik
Congratulations again to the Land Remembers Us intergenerational
Tako
camps for healing and strength.
ibabutakwa
So beautiful. to see
halak kartut
generations
$500,000 make
So thank you again. And
nuno ikaw mabati ko the land remembers us me atili takwa $500,000 me tuniyaw yut kuya giyawlit
these are the projects made for and by the people, for and by the North. And so we look forward to our next winner as well. And I want to invite the presenters. We have the Council of Yukon First Nations Grand Chief Alatini, AIP Ambassador Nominator,
Grand Chief
as well as Yukon First Nations Wildfires, Wayne Rispy, former AIP laureate and co-owner.
Laureate kutakon amalunang
So the second AIP category prize goes to Southern Lakes Caribou in the Schools, building a lasting Southern Lakes partnership.
Aqua tuktumik kanu ilinavik kanok atu takakayak mga tuktuit nunangit ni ako ilin natin si baktut inna to kay makutuldo nunangit ni ako tugla kayo yut tuniyaw daribut kuvenak pakuni ko nunani
The
atok
Southern
tak mata
Lakes
amma inna to
Caribou in the
kamnik
Schools, building a lasting Southern Lakes partnership, is receiving this beautiful piece by Charlie Tukaluk, and we would like to
Samna
invite
takwa
a member of the
tuniyaw
team
na
to
dak
share a few
yutak
words.
titarayak sa mayo Charlie tukuluk mo inabik yutak
I'll start. Ganeshji Shonithan Masicho for this amazing opportunity to build something and create something powerful and very, very innovative, connecting our ancestry, our history, our culture, and bringing it forward to ensure that the younger generations are understanding those important things that represent like who we are. And very, very important performance at the beginning of tonight, where I can't recall the artist's name, but it's the relationship is the wealth. And that relationship that First Nations people have had for thousands of years with the land, with the animals, with the living things. I think those are really, really important things to recognize. And to have that opportunity as a game guardian, because over 20 years over, I was hired as a game guardian, understanding my knowledge to work within these programs, within our country, between the territories of Karkas Tagish, Ta'an Quachin, and Kwanlan Dun, and then last year with recognition of this by the Yukon government of 9 governments working together.
Tako
This is
Yukon
really leading work, and I think it's one of the most successful recovery programs in North America. So Ganeshji, I'll pass the mic over to Randy.
Randy,
we're celebrating caribou. This is great. I know most of you that know me in this room know that I'm usually the salmon person, but I also sit on the Caribou Steering Committee as well. I'm honored and very appreciative of this award that we won, and on behalf of Kwanlan Dun, the Caribou Steering Committee, and Rivers to Ridges, and the Caribou in School program. For the past 8 years, I've had the privilege of sitting at the table with 8 other governments.
УКИУᖅ
Kavamakudnit at the table. I am
tabani katimayu daktunga ami hunik
I'm in the Wolf Clan. My mother is Pat Joe. She's down there. My great grandparents were from Marsh Lake. So this is our traditional land, and welcome to our ancestral lands.
Tamanna nunagigap ko kayo manak pahita ko ananat che
Anyway.
Ngi amma nga yukanga tanunangani to hitunga hugichi.
So
Padahang niluk na ako nga 2 minutes na tuniyaw himagapta.
Relationship plan. That work has never just been about policy. It has been about responsibility.
Amma maligalaw ni mikanwi na ngito kiheni tamna.
Our elders have always reminded us that
takwa de kiheni takwa inna tukak pa atu takak mata amma bilin ya ta chiyu tutik in kitu mangapta Southern Lake mingaw yung takwa atu takal nakalaktum inna tukak put amma utakon nyakop tigut tamani tuktu tamawa nunap tino utakok mangap tigut tagbona atu takak luta ilin ya ta chiluta.
They help reconnect our young people with the land, with caribou.
Takwa makutuni nunamud takatuni ikayong yakalaktut amalo tukihi katigi charlotte tamanna kano atu tak mangat.
It is encouragement to keep going, to keep listening, to keep teaching.
Ilinya ati na ko bluta amalo tuha charlotte tamna kayu hui nako gaptigu.
Living and present. Ganeshji Shonithan. Thank you.
Koyan na merkutana. Ako tugla kayo yut.
A quick final note. My name is ᓵᓚᖃauշηαᅅ. I'm a settler here for the last 12 winters. Very honored to be carrying on the work that's been done by so many people and communities to bring Southern Caribou back to health and to bring young people back into connection with caribou. I'd like to thank
Tuktumik kanut kano atu takap mga ta ko lumakuktut tamanga nunap tino kano utirayak mga ta koyan ni mertut amalo kano tako innatu kangit di ikayulok mata koyan ni mertutan.
Launched this program in the Southern Lakes region, in a way that it never has had the legs for, and it's going to allow us to bring people together to see this program sustain itself for many years to come. And all of the elders that helped contribute said this program cannot live on the shelf. So here's to young people growing up connected to caribou and becoming stewards for their lands.
Congratulations. Wow, that's amazing. I think this is a really good example of how the Yukon works. It's community coming together for a purpose. And I think
Takwa
you'll see a lot of that
kanu tamanna
in our
ikpingnak
community.
nunadakalat ataw
If you're not from
hingorangata
here, check it out.
tamanang metong
All
ikubit
over. So thank you very much, guys.
ataw tukyo tak ataw hingok himayut kovena kunituk tuimi kanu takko ni kauti yui taw tu yaktahi
That's the
you can't
AIP
mute it.
Southern Lakes Caribou in the Schools, building a lasting Southern Lakes partnership.
Another huge round of applause for all of our AIP category winners tonight.
Takwa taw kovegelo miyabut halakakut unnuk takuninga укиуᖅтаᓅતુми халакхау хааник укиу 14 years тамна
Connected North, CBC North,
unnuk taw
Air
tuktahi
North, Yukon's airline.
ako kayan namir pabut
Yeah, they have
takuma
them
ukaktangi
hooked.
Leonard
Thanks to Air North Yukon's airline, 6 lucky audience members will be going home with a gift certificate. Yeah.
takwa ak biniling nituni
Kind of
hina
warm
mata
on your seats.
tamauna
Check under them
tamunga mata
because
takunya pahi
underneath the seats, you may find a surprise.
tane kivotio
Check
atani
there, the
tumik
lucky
ate
winner.
takugera kitu mga pete ma halakatut
Any winners?
ikivotak
Any
pe
winners
atani
yet?
alila yung may paipa mi
Check
takwa
every
lang
chair
nakabit
around you.
Just
Piniluk
don't throw
tache
the
Amerika
chairs, you know? We'll just do this very gently.
tema
I
kau
see
ini luk tugu
one.
kitut atau
I
heralate
see
kita
a
ku
few
bakaha
more.
ati kanete mahala kapalelak pahuila
Great.
No, don't check a seat
Yeah.
that's occupied. No.
So as the excitement calms for a moment and those winners claim their prizes, as mentioned, want to thank Air North, and of
Air
course,
North,
for
kuya
those
namir
of you who
pabut.
aren't familiar, the best way to get to and from Whitehorse to multiple destinations, 2 bags and a cookie. Need I say more? I also,
Ako Air North,
yes,
kuya
we can
namir
give Air
pabut,
North a
ano
shout out.
yun?
We all love Air North up here. And Connected North, for those of you who aren't as familiar, Connected North works with over 200 schools across the country and serves
Connected
every
North
single
ako,
school in the Yukon by connecting them with learning and exchange and knowledge.
Tamani
And so want
200
to again
North
thank
ako
Connected North
kuya
for the
namir
work that you
pabilin
do
ne
from coast
Connected
to
North
coast to coast.
ikayo na matatako ni nga you can't mute tanik ilin nabing ni
So, I would like to invite 2 very important members of the AIP community. First, representing AIP co-owners, we have Lisa Preto, Chair of the ᓵᓚᖃauշαΐ Development Corporation,
Takwa kay ko
and
yeah
representing
mi
prize
butakwa
partners, we
o
have
kandag
Alex
nerti yugit
Buchan, Director of Nunavut Affairs for ᓵᓚᖃauշαΐ and AIP Trustee.
ed iko kuninga tutako to hanelak mi yawut
Here today, we also honor those who make the Arctic Inspiration Prize possible, our co-owners. The AIP is something truly unique in Canada, a prize owned and led by the North. AIP co-owners are Northern Indigenous governments and development corporations from ᓚᓚ to right here in the Yukon, across the North. As co-owners, we have invested not just financially, but with a vision and commitment to our communities. Innovation and leadership is already here in the North, and what's needed most is support rooted in self-determination. Through their leadership on the AIP Charitable Trust Board, our co-owners guide the direction of the prize, and year after year help bring to life projects that reflect the strength, creativity, and priorities of our communities. Behind every AIP laureate is a community, and behind every community are co-owners who said, we believe in our people and we believe in their ideas. This is the heart of the AIP, a circle of Northern leadership building opportunity from the ground up. Please join me in recognizing the AIP co-owners, the backbone of the AIP and an example of what it means to lead with purpose and with love for our communities. Thank you.
This ceremony is all about celebrating the incredible achievements of our Arctic Inspiration Prize laureates, but it is also about celebrating the partnerships that make these successes possible. The AIP is a truly Northern prize, but it is supported by a powerful network of prize partners from across the North and South, governments, universities, municipalities, businesses, and organizations who believe in the strength of Northern communities. Our prize partners invest in many ways. They contribute directly to the prize funds awarded every year. They support laureate teams beyond the initial prize terms. They can help cover travel and visibility, offer cultural guidance, and support the AIP's operations year-round. But most important thing they invest in is hope, in opportunity, in community-driven change. Their return on investment, it's not measured in dollars. It is seen in young people, some that we saw here today, this afternoon, creating change in their communities, creating a new future for us, even though we have suffered common things in the past. In new projects coming to life, in elders passing on knowledge to the next generation, like our previous prize winner in Cambridge Bay, where I live, who is implementing elders in training program right now. It's the impact you've heard about on stage tonight, and the quieter impact that continues every day, long after the spotlight fades. Among AIP partners are all three Northern territorial governments, the government of Newfoundland and Labrador, Northern municipalities and businesses large and small, with deep roots and relationships in the North. We are proud to have them by our side. As a member of the AIP Board of Trustees, and on behalf of Agnico Eagle Mining Limited, I'm proud to represent the voice of AIP partners. Thank you to every organization whose logo you see on the screen behind me.
Business ngo yu balunit tay kining pa takong ikipyu ati takuyuma butaw mehunila takwa takuyahite kwa kayok himayuta kuninga Arctic Inspiration Meet 2026 tana daw dukta hitaban ni White Horse mi kawan pero tana.
You are helping make dreams come true and making the North stronger together. And now, I'd like to ask all the people who helped bring the AIP to life, trustees, staff, prize partners, selection committee members, laureates past and present, ambassadors, artists, and friends to please rise. Let's take a moment to recognize this beautiful, growing community across the North, to celebrate what we can achieve when leadership begins at home.
Nikubit palewut ikibotang mini ako ikayok himayutako mamikanut укиуᖅтаᓅતુми ила укиуᖅтаᓅતુми хаалаккау хиаккат тамаани White Horse метаудукти юхи.
Thank you.
Koyannamik.
Now, we're going to do something a little different this year to end the show. We're celebrating the incredible impact of the Arctic Inspiration Prize over the past 14 years in communities from ᓵᓚᖃou시아ᓅ
Awang anunat sebang pigya tugu tamaw nga White Horse mut yukamu tikim makiklugu.
Over the last 14 years, 84 teams have received over $30 million from the Arctic Inspiration Prize, fostering leadership, creativity, innovation, and excellence in northern communities from Labrador to the Yukon.
Tama Labrador may pigatong tabang ng Yukon mo tikit tugu 30 million ungatan kino yang nek tumiyaw madaktutan na.
They have built networks.
укиуᖅтаᓅតុми хаалак хавиаккат пигиалерту югит 14 years укиукуллу хитамаллу тааккуа пигиалаоқин иматтигу тааккуа маккуктут амманунамут атуутеқаллақиктоқ тааккуа киниуяттуниюутарту қауимаянгитни тааккуа икаюутеқақ мататтаоқ
Improved mental health and wellness.
аммалу ublutama inuhiptine atoqali taakuningato malu pilerek hanut ikayuteqarluni.
As a growing community, the Arctic Inspiration Prize laureates are leading the way, creating opportunities and inspiring people from across the north to make their dreams come true.
Aku nga nunabuk miutanut nunat NWT man nunat sebut tabung ada Yukon. Aku kino ya tuniyo taktut. Ang iyok liwa chairman 300 million ungatan itu ni himadak tut aku. Ang lebih ka lak ti yugu. Ana unik ka kau yak tu.
Wow, so much innovation and change, growth and learning.
Atuuteqqarpu ilinniarnermut ammaquvianartunilula upinnamariktoq
Leonard, you're so good.
Dawned on me.
Leonard ayungitullujutit.
But we also have several laureates from past years in the house tonight representing
amma
growing
tamani ta lori
community.
me tamani
Have you all stand for a round of applause
ati
as well?
Please
join. Kitu mga pe takuyonerapy laureates no yudakwa kani White Horse Yukon mi ikivoyut nikuvekoyoyut
I've really had fun tonight. I'd like to really say a big musty to everyone. Wonderful evenings. I've been in a few evenings, a lot of theater stuff and stuff, but this is really inspirational. I mean, you see the projects. I don't know how many projects applied for all of this, but the winners are inspiring for sure. So, yeah, I look forward to all these people working on their separate projects. Yeah, it's healing. Masi.
Maminaktok.
Leonard, he did a great job.
Leonard.
As we were going through the preparations today, and we had a chance to see some of the performers as part of that. And I don't know about you, but for me, so many moments of sort of the hairs on your arms going up, and as Diane shared, the fire in the belly energy that is created when we come together to celebrate, to acknowledge, and also to show gratitude to those who have made all of this possible. There are so many to thank. Many of them, but not all tonight. And so want to bring gratitude and humility to all of those who have helped make this possible. And it is so incredible to see young people, those who may not have spoken on stage before, had the courage to do so tonight. The incredible art that you saw through
titerawiak himayulu takwa tuniyo tijibit amalu unipka tut amma imnyak tukut.
Leonard and I may be retiring from our roles tonight, there is still a bit more, and so want to turn it over in a moment, of course, to Sylvia Cloutier, but we'll look to Leonard for any closing reflections for all of our guests tonight.
Well, I know that
Leonard.
we've only had a couple of rehearsals, but I've really enjoyed the talent in this room.
Ayung ilahak ti utakanwin niya mga taanwe katit na tatamaw na kanwilo mga kovegilaw ka.
It's been amazing. And just the
kovegilaw ta kaingyatit amalu ilipit tamani tuhi kaya ko yo himayuhi.
through this and making it seamless. big
amma
message.
kove kana koyan na
And
me kutam na
so,
lani.
without further ado, the inspiration we wear, the inspiration we share, the inspiration we dance, and the inspiration that we continue to grow. So with that, we'll turn it over now to you, Sylvia. Thank you very much.
Tuninelak pabutag bunga silver klutemut. Ilitak na kunitagak na.
Nakomik, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I'm very honored to be asked to create a show for you guys this evening. I know that this is an important event for many people across the North. We represent many cultures, we speak many languages, and the one beautiful thing that we have in common is that we really love our land. We really love and appreciate our waters, and we really love the sky. Nature, the environment feeds us in so many ways. In the process of deciding what kind of show are we going to create here for you tonight, I had a lot of reflection time. Because as artists, we are not entertainers. We create and we share. We have a role to play in listening to stories, recording stories with our bodies, with our minds, with our hearts, and then sharing stories in different ways. Sometimes we share stories through song, through dance, through photography. We have so many different ways of sharing our gifts that come from a very special place. One of the things that also made me think about life and creating was how challenging we live in a time where our world is changing a lot. And sometimes it feels like there's a lot of uncertainty. And it makes me think, how are we going to get through life? How are our leaders going to lead us? And how are our kids, our children, our grandchildren going to lead the way one day? And I think if our ancestors went through all the challenges in life, going through life with incredible life conditions that we can't even imagine, living in an unforgiving environment sometimes, and very harsh weather, harsh climate, our people, our ancestors, they persevered and they survived. And they still teach us through their skill, through their honesty, out of respect for each other, out of respect for their environment. They are still teaching us, even if they're not here physically with us, they, our ancestors, run in our blood. And they remind us every single day that we are strong, that we are resilient, and that we are always stronger when we're united, and even stronger when we reunite. I want to bring some light to the great artists that are here today. Every single artist that we've invited are coming from community. This is the approach that I wanted. I wanted these artists to come from their community and shine and share in their own way. This wonderful man that you see over here with this beautiful wolf hat, he looks calm, but he's pretty fierce. He's very quiet over there, but throughout the whole process throughout the show that we've had tonight, he has been creating, and he's going to reveal what he's created at the end of the show. Guna, the most beautiful artist that I've worked with this year, truly, from here, from Whitehorse. She designed this stage. She created a world on the stage a beautiful
Tako
blend
titera
of
yakima
cultures
yangi
in the north.
tako mahana yangi tamani ti yuta
The
tautuk tahi
music that
tako
you
mahana
heard is
yangi.
from ᓵᓚᖃaušiഅᓅ. And ᓵᓚᖃau has been a musician and a composer in making music for a
Kane
very
ingi
long time. I've
Jeruma
known him for almost 30
tau
years. And he is
ingati
also a very
imaka
strong
ukiut
advocate for mental health.
pinga huagay 30 years kau yamelak
So we love
takatam
his
ingati.
music, and he can't be here physically, but his music is
Mani
here
gundangi
with us in
makihani
spirit.
imyak
It's
taktangi
very
tamani
strange for me
tubati.
to be at a podium. I'm a singer and I dance, but I'm at a podium right now.
Ingyak tiyo yung amalo.
Tuparnak and
Mungak tiyo
Roland,
tungalu.
they reminded us of the beautiful chemistry that art has, and our
Tako
stories, how
tuparnak
we
ama
blend our
Roland tako
stories together.
kanui gayak mga kano akikimaya
We
akikayak
go
mga
through these
ta
changes in
katika
life,
ngata.
and our environment goes through the changes.
Ahi
The salmon moves through the
ahingi
breeding
panado nang
grounds
itok
to run
tamat ko
home.
unikakangi
And our children grow, and they flow through
utakabudlo.
life, learning that their
Yakok pandaya
values
kau
and how
yaktik
they see the world matters.
ang kanok taman na
That
nunak jo
self-worth
tautuk mga
and
tatakwa
financial
nitakkat.
wellness can coexist in harmony. Yanim Marik from Kuujjuaq, from my hometown, represent. Nunavik.
Aning maringo nabit mutatan na.
He shares his
Nunak
healing
katiga.
journey through his music and allows us to
Mali
accept
ingyak
the
ti Johnny
emotions
Sanders
of
kanoy lang
grief.
mga
Because grief,
ingyak
death
tuni
is part
taman
of
na
life.
ato takalak po inuhang menuk tana
And we
unika
can
kau yak
still
ti
carry
bigo
on
cha
when we
unika
lose
Johnny
someone
Sanders ingyak ti
with
bigo.
grace and with love.
Seba unika kau yak tangatana.
Jody and Jada, sisters from Talukjuaq. They bring us back
Jody
to the
and
essence
Jada
of who
takwa
we are.
nukari.
Our seal hunters who move through the ice, on the ice, in the moonlight to hunt a seal, to feed our families, while the women take care of the families. This is where we come from. Talromet. She is the most beautiful fashion designer I've seen in a really long time. We all were itching to wear her creations, and we are so proud to wear her creations, and I thank you for including your beautiful Inuvialuk flair and your modern expression through clothing. So I would like to welcome everybody in our last performance. Last but never truly the last. I hope that our songs resonate with you. I hope that our songs get stuck in your head as you're trying to fall asleep tonight. Jody and Jada from Talukjuaq, Nunavut. Johnny Yanimarik Saunders from Kuujjuaq, Nunavut.
Johnny Sanders Nunavik mutak.
Numilk from Greenland.
Roland
Thomas and Megan Guna Jensen from Whitehorse.
Roland and Thomas takwa Whitehorse mutat. Temaw nga kaiko babut. Katidluta kitaman na nukapallet luta inga katigina kapta. Tautokan naktuhi. Tunga hugitchi. Tako ala Whitehorse mi. Tabani укиуᖅтаᓅતુми ҳаалаккау haircut. Tautuk tahit tamani Whitehorse mi. Tako kingullerpaaqullertut ingertut silver clothes ingaqatigineartahi tuhaalaaq makiugay.
Heal, 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 heal. Ay,
Abundant and generous, where we are wealthy and deeply connected. We remember who we are and where we come from. We are not meant to stand alone, we are meant to stand together. Clap again. We love you.